Hey Eduardo, how's it going? Good morning.
Hey, Ivan. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Are you ready for your interview?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do this.
Perfect. Well, before we get started, can you tell me a little bit of your online teaching experience?
Yeah, absolutely. I have around 3 years of online experience. I've been with Data ABC. I'm one of their senior teachers there. I'm in their
Wonderful.
yeah, I'm in their sales program. I do the sales lessons as well. So I'm one of the I could say they rely a lot on me and other teachers from with this tenure. So yeah,
Oh,
we
great.
lots of experience. So yeah.
So tell me, do you teach both adults and children at Data, or do you just teach children?
I teach both, mostly children, but yeah, I mean we can handle both of them. But like I mentioned, a lot of my focus is on the sales and acquiring new students. So a lot of them is mostly are mostly younger students. So it's a lot of hard work, but it's very exciting.
Definitely. Definitely. Especially working with young kids, it is a lot of work,
Yeah,
but
definitely. I mean,
I think it's very fulfilling, I think it's
it
very
is.
fulfilling. And yeah, wonderful. So anyhow, so let's see, tell me, do you have any offline teaching experience?
Yes, I do actually. Actually, I am a music major. I love music, and so it was very easy for me to make that little change right away. You know, music is it's a great career, but I mean, job wise, it's really hard to find something to hold on to. It's mostly like traveling, getting a band. So what I was like, I mean, when I was growing up, I'm bilingual, by the way. I speak
Wonderful.
Spanish and English. So growing up, I always had, I want to call it a chance and a good opportunity to help others. So
That's
when we
good.
had people coming from other countries, I will help them out. And even people who are not even speaking Spanish. We had people from Korea, lots of people from Korea, some China, Japan. And I want to say I had the chance to help and it felt great. So having that career, it opened the door to teaching it actually in my own town, in my own elementary school. So that was very exciting. Helping out with the ESL program and even becoming a lead part of it, and that was very fulfilling.
Ooh,
Like you said earlier, it's really great. So yeah, that's
definitely.
my online. Yeah, I've done that for 5 years before, prior to my online experience. So yeah, definitely got both types.
Wonderful. So tell me, what is something that you like about teaching online with data?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe, uh, and I like to mention this. By teaching online, we have to understand that it's somehow we are limited to audio and the visual part. So
True.
there's a lot of us that we can add to it musically. And in my case, I add a lot of music, a lot of
Ooh.
TPR, hand gestures, facial gestures. I mean, it's all about moving and keeping the student
I want
interested.
to take
Let's
one of
remember,
your classes. It sounds
yeah, hey,
interesting.
yeah, let's do it up. So yeah, I mean,
Wonderful.
definitely adding the visuals, adding the getting your little getting some toys, getting some visuals, getting some
Definitely.
props. That definitely, I mean, even talking about what games they like Minecraft. I mean, they
Of
all
course.
are into that in China nowadays. So
Yeah, in
it
China, the
just
video games are a big hit.
yeah. So I mean, it's definitely if you want to grasp their attention, you have to go with what they like and then bring them
Definitely.
into your zone.
No,
Yeah,
and you mentioned something that was key, TPR. I think TPR is a great tool that us online teachers have for both children and adults, especially, when someone is not comprehending what you're teaching. TPR is a wonderful tool to have and to know how to utilize. Definitely. Wonderful.
absolutely.
So now
Yeah.
tell me, what is something that you don't like about data, teaching in data?
Uh, Teaching and data. I believe overall it's great. Their platform is great. It's very interactive. Um, what I wouldn't say I don't like anything there, but what I would add is probably I'll probably add more little icons, some more fun little Manicam, or there's other things that other companies are using. So just keeping up to date and just being more how can I say? So just make it more interesting for the kids, like you mentioned.
Got
There are
it.
kids who have no idea of English at all.
Yes.
They're probably never even seen our alphabet. So just
True.
making it, I don't know, just keep them busy. Let's bring more little fun into it. I would say that
Wonderful.
I think that works for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I think fun works for everyone. You know,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter the level of your English. I think as long as you're having fun, you will keep them engaged and they will keep coming back to your class.
yeah. And I mean, like I mentioned before, we need to understand that video and audio call is very easy to get bored. So if you don't,
Yeah,
it's like watching a movie. I mean, it can be a great movie, but if you're not in that moment, you can fall asleep. So we always, especially in this kind of interactions on video calls, you need to keep busy. You need to bring your props. You need to have your if the platform allows you, bring the little icons, bring the little stars, props. You need to keep busy, stay busy, keep them interested.
definitely. Yeah, completely understand. Good. And so now tell me, how's your schedule for teaching with iTutor Group?
I have seen like the schedule of your requirement. I can totally adapt to that. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 7 hours a week. I don't know how you may how to spread them through the weeks, but I think I can work with that. I have no
Yes,
issue.
seven peak hours, a week. The only thing that we require is that four of those hours have to be on the weekend.
All
Any
right,
issues with that?
not at all.
Wonderful. Okay, so now tell me, where were you born?
Yeah, I was born in Palm Springs, California. I'm
Palm
born and
Springs.
raised. Yeah, really hot.
Sunny desert. Yeah, I've been to
Yeah,
Palm Springs a few
I got
times.
I got the AC on, so that's why I'm wearing a sweater. But if I go outside, it's insanely hot,
Yeah,
especially
I know
right now.
Palm Springs. You live right in the desert, but
Yeah,
it's a wonderful place to go have a few margaritas.
yeah, definitely. And we got the Coachella Fest.
That's
So
true. That's very
yeah,
true.
yeah. The sun doesn't stop us from the party, but yeah, it's really hot.
Wonderful. So tell me, what's your highest level of education?
I am a music major, a bachelor's. I have a bachelor's in music. Uh,
Bachelor's in music. Oh, I
yeah,
think that's definitely going to come in handy.
yeah,
I think any arts major really comes in handy
yeah,
when teaching children.
yeah. Especially, I mean, being focused on the Chinese market. Those guys, most of them, if not at least 80% of them, have piano knowledge, guitar knowledge. They're all in some kind of a music, uh, discipline. Most of them would play violin, piano, even their very own instrument. So I mean, I always have this kind of interesting talks with them because most of them are into music and they play music. So this is great, definitely.
Good, wonderful. And now tell me, do you have any teaching certificates? CELTA, Delta, TOEFL?
I have a TEFL.
Oh, you have a TOEFL certificate.
Yes, I do have a
Wonderful.
TEFL.
Wonderful. So now let me ask you something about your classes. What if you have a child in your class who's having a hard time focusing on the material? How would you help them focus?
Yeah, definitely. Depending on the topic of the lesson, I mean, if I have the if I have I should have a way to adjust to that and get the props needed. It's especially if it's a topic, I don't know. Let's say it's a very early early stage student, and you're maybe teaching, I don't know, parts of the body. Definitely, you need to have the flashcards. That's a must. If it's numbers, alphabet, always have the flashcards. For me, singing does it. I mean, use the fact that they hear a rhythm and some kind of melody, it brings them in. It brings them in to at least repeat. And my one of my thing is, if a student is having a hard time, obviously a lot of them don't have any idea of English. So the very first part to grasp them is repetition. If they can at least
Yes.
repeat with you and say what you're saying and doing it right, I think that's the key to hook them and then
Wonderful.
just bring them over.
Yeah, repetition. Actually, I was reading the newspaper a few weeks ago, and I was reading on a psychology newspaper that says that if children repeat things 6 times, they're more likely to remember it than any other children. I think repetition definitely
Yeah,
works. I think
yeah.
that's wonderful.
Yeah,
Good.
it may sound boring, but the fact that they hear you and they can repeat it, and when they notice that they're actually doing it right,
Of
it's even
course.
much better. So yeah,
Definitely. So now tell me, what if you have an adult student who's having a hard time understanding the vocabulary you are introducing?
yeah, definitely. I mean, I mean, for them, the visuals and the cars and the TPR may not be the best, but I mean, TPR, I believe it works for everybody. So we got to keep that going. But if we have, I mean, this is just what I've used, and the platform that I use allows me. We have the little we have the little translator going on there. Definitely, if you can show videos, pictures, images, that definitely helps. I mean, it's just different. I mean, they expect something different as adults.
Yeah, and
So
keep them engaged. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
with them, you're not going to treat them such like a young, like a child,
yeah,
because maybe sometimes you may come off as condescending or
yeah. It's
something.
like, what are you doing, man?
Exactly. Hey, I'm
Yeah,
an adult. Talk to me like an adult, of
yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Wonderful.
definitely. I mean, in overall, even kids and adults, it's also the speech rate. If you can control the speech rate and you speak clearly and use the tools that the platform allows you to use, your props, I think you will be successful. Just trying
Definitely.
hard. Yeah.
Well, Eduardo, I think that you're very qualified. You have the experience. I think you would be a great asset here with iTutor Group. The next step over would be I would be sending over your interview video to my superiors in China. They should be getting back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Now is the weekend, so you probably won't get an email back till during the week. Till during the week, but
Okay.
yeah, keep an eye out for your inbox, also your spam. Sometimes the emails can be routed to your spam, so
Okay.
keep an eye out for your spam. But if you have any questions, any concerns, any comments, feel free to reach out to me. But tell me, do you have any questions, any more questions for me today?
Yeah, I think as far as the interview and what we needed to talk about, I believe we covered it all. So thank you.
Wonderful, and good luck to you. I wish you the best of luck, and
Yeah.
I hope to be talking to you soon.
Yeah, we'll expect that email. Thank you, Ivan.
Wonderful. Well, have a wonderful day.
You
Bye.
too.
Stay cool in Palm Springs.
Oh yeah, I'll try.
There you go.
Bye.
Bye.